Welcome to Dan ARG YouTube. DSS invitation to Tony Kabaka na trick, na game na DSS dey play. Na be wetin our brother dey explain for this video. So take your time, make you take listen to am. He also talk another thing again concerning Pastor Osagie Iyamu. He say Iyamu don stop campaigning. So wetin be Oshiomhole plan? Wetin be their plan for this Edo election? Why a whole candidate of APC will stop to do a campaign? So make I leave you now, make you hear the message and the advice wey don bring come today for this video. Enjoy the video.
Hello, my people. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you're watching from. This is a comrade show, and today's this morning's event, this morning where I am, this morning's broadcast is going to be a bit different. It's going to be different because I've come out this morning to come and share a disturbing information. And as much as possible, if you are watching from wherever you are, I'm going to appeal to you to help make this, go wide. We want as many people as possible, to know exactly what's happening. And we're not going to skip anything. It's my duty. I've taken that responsibility that for whatever I hear that will be disturbing, I will come to this platform and share it so to make Nigerians and make Edo people most especially know. And for that reason, I'm going to appeal to you that if you're watching with us, please help us share, because the purpose of this whole thing is to make people know what is happening. We've got a very disturbing security information, concerning Edo election. Of course, for those who are following me or those who are coming on for the first time, my name is Comrade Lamte Oriahi. It's what I do on this program. I go out there to try to source information, know exactly what is happening and all of that, and I come to this platform to share. And of course, I bring voices to this platform to come talk to us. But what I'm going to share today is quite disturbing, and I want it to go as wide as possible. Let everybody, every Edo person see, hear, know, be conscious, be confident. Okay, this is important. A lot of things are beginning to make sense. Last night, I spent a very long time, with some persons in the security community in Nigeria. Some persons who are concerned about the Edo elections. Some persons who love Edo states. Some are not even Edo people, but of course, they know what is coming. Okay? And this whole election has been majorly about, allowing the will of the people to count. If for nothing, but for us to reset the democratic pace in our country, starting that reset button in Edo State. This has been a major thing. More than that, it's been an election that is majorly focused on, giving power to the people, making the people know that they have the power to decide who governs them, making the people take the side of truth and justice, standing against the few, political oligarchs we have in our country who have perpetually subjugated the will of the people, who have perpetually stand against, the majority of the people with their own selfish desires. Some of them, have put on the toga of godfatherism. That is exactly what this election has been about. It's been about the people versus those who want to use their minority, even though they are powerful, to subjugate our collective way. That is what this election is about. And I'm going to be talking about today information that I have that is very exclusive, it's classic, that a lot of people may not be aware of, that we need to know. Because today, the Edo State election is a moving train. It's a train that is going to crush anybody that stands in its way. You understand? And so therefore, it is important because they say knowledge is power. You understand what I'm saying now? Now, what is happening from the security community, from what I've learned, from what we are learning, is that in recent time, Oshiomhole went to Aso Rock, to visit the president, to have a discussion with the president. And he came out loudly, shamelessly, and started discussing that he want to tell the president to beef up security, in a do election and stuff like that. Now, some of us began to ask, what rationale, under what office is Oshomole, Oshomole occupying, to make him make that visit to the president? You understand what I'm saying now? Now, there is nothing. The truth is coming out and it's getting obvious. Okay? Before Oshomole met with the president, he met with the chief of staff, Gambari. And of course, some of the information they were sharing, got leaked, which PDP is talking about right now. There is a deliberate attempt, by the presidency, to clamp down on, the opposition party in Edo State. Well, we are not going to dwell much on that. Now, this is the big story inside this matter that I mean, gave me sleepless night last night, and I said this morning I'm coming to come and talk about it. Please, if you are watching, this is important. Please share. If you love Edo State, if you love the process, if you want peace and tranquility to reign in Edo State, you have a responsibility to share this broadcast. Now, what am I talking about? I got a ring, from somebody in the security, community in Nigeria, and I was told that within the last couple of days, the IG, under the instruction of the presidency, as part of the plans they have, okay, to rig Edo elections, they've seen that this election is not an election Oshomole is going to win. Now, they've asked all security men, police, mobile police, the military, to go and sew camouflage uniform. Make sure they listen, that he himself talking to me, okay, he's been instructed by the Commissioner of Police in Edo State that this is the order coming from above, that every policeman should go and sew a camouflage uniform, which they are going to use, on the day of election in Edo State. Now, I began to ask, why that instruction? I mean, what is the big deal about camouflage? And he told me that the big deal about camouflage is that right now, as we speak, Oshomole and his gang, they are beginning to identify areas in Edo State, vast areas where they are not going to win. Okay? While Edo people are going to be, pondering and getting, shivers, expecting the federal might to come, and secure the process, there will be nothing like federal might. Apart from, the instruction given to the Nigerian police, the Edo division, to go and sew camouflage for the purpose of the election in Edo State, they have equally asked Tinubu, in fact, some of the vigilante men from Lagos are already in Benin. They are already combing the entire state, strategically, knowing where they are going to camp on the day of election. You understand what I'm saying now? This is a security information. Please, let's share, because it is my responsibility to give this information so that we'll be aware. It's important that the Edo people are aware. It's important that we know exactly what is coming so that we know how we are going to prepare. Because the people are already standing against any will that will subvert the will of the majority of the people. Now, they want to use the police. They want to use the military, they want to use the mobile police to rig Edo elections. Now, I began to ask, why are they doing this? Now, instead, apart from the police being given the order to go and sew camouflage uniforms, now, they've asked Tinubu to mobilize the Lagos vigilante people to Benin. Some of the commanders of the Lagos vigilantes, they are already in Benin. In Edo State right now, they are combing the nooks and crannies of Edo State, you understand, knowing how to strategize, they are rigging whatever. Now, the point is this, what is making this so difficult for them is because the movement against them is so huge, it's mammoth. It's easier to rig, when the popularity difference is not much. But right now, the popularity difference is so much. That is why the attention is like this. Now, what is happening? When everybody sews, sew common flag, now what happens will be that in these areas where they want to effect their rigging, okay, they will release the machinery of their touts, who will equally be in what's it called, the camouflage. So that when Edo people see camouflage, they think they are under protection. Most of those camouflage policemen and mobile police and soldiers will not be in so many places. It will be Oshomole's boys in camouflage that will be in those places operating. Now, what this does is that when you go to a certain area where they want to comb, people will vote, they will move, they will go away with the ballot boxes. They will refuse to count the ballot, the ballot in those centers. They will use force to remove the boxes and declare the results thereafter. Now, this is a huge plan they have perfected, using the military, the police, to suppress the people. Now, it is important we are aware so that we know exactly what we are facing. This election has gone beyond just the way we've been looking at it. If you are very conversant with the Edo electoral process, you find out that Isaiah Iyamu, the APC candidate, is no longer campaigning. He did a few campaigns from local government to local government, from local government. Now, he's no longer campaigning. Now, you begin to ask yourself, what is this man actually relying on? The governor of Edo State is moving from ward to ward, street to street, as we speak. But his counterpart is no longer campaigning. If you are very close and conversant with the Edo political process right now, the only electionary tsunami that is on ground is the PDP campaign. The governor is somewhere, his boys, his campaign team, they are everywhere. They are the only people you see right now. Now you ask yourself, what is happening? Now, we are reliably informed that while the governor is busy campaigning, gaining popularity on a daily basis, commissioning projects across different wards and local governments, the opposition party, they are busy perfecting plans to rig this election. Now, it's important that these brokers get to the presidency. It's important that these brokers get to INEC. It's important that these brokers goes everywhere. Because this is a very serious security. I am not just saying, talking from the blues, okay? Good enough. Some of these people in the security, apparatus of Nigeria, some of them are people who are loyal to Edo State. Some of them are people who are loyal, who love the government of Edo State, who love that good things continue in Edo State. They are loyal to the core. You understand what I'm saying now? But they cannot go against their masters. The commissioners of police. They cannot go against the IG of police because they are under strict instruction. In fact, the policeman talking to me to me last night told me that he had spent 6,000 naira to go and sew his own mufti, his own camouflage that is going to wear on election day. You know what I'm saying now? That they have not even told them how they are going to pay them the money they are going to use to sew this thing. If you are there and you are close to any policeman in Edo State, ask what I'm saying right now. Confirm it yourself. They are under strict instruction coming from above, from the IG. So that on the day of election, okay, the Edo man, the people, the electorate will not see anybody in police uniform. What they are going to see men in mufti, as soldiers, as mobile policemen, as this. At the end of the day, they will not be able to identify who is who. They won't know who to cry to. Because they are going to mix everything, model everything up. Because some people being recruited by Oshomole are equally under the instruction. In fact, they have been provided with the same uniform. So at the end of the day, everybody will look similar. You understand what I'm saying now? So that in those areas they've already identified that they are going to deal with, they know the areas they have strength. They know the areas they don't have strength. In the areas they don't have strength, they want to manipulate the results. Now, the reason why we are coming out, why I'm coming out to say this, you understand what I'm saying now? It is important for us to be aware. For those who are willing, who are making plans to set Edo State on fire. In fact, it is important we know, we are aware, so that all these plans they are carrying out, because at the end of the day, if the will of the people is being subverted in this election, there is no way that Edo State and Nigeria will know peace. There is no way. There is no way. For these political gladiators and actors. Now, just within the last 24 hours, you have been seeing information circulates that Tony Kabaka has been invited by the DSS and about 9 others. My people, don't be carried away. That one you are seeing there is a cosmetic arrangement to say they don't fair arrest them. They are clamping down on all the people supporting Obaseki. Everybody that are publicly expressing their support for Obaseki, they are going to clamp down on all of them from the end of this month. They want to take all of them off the streets. Everybody that have shown support for Obaseki, those that have been able to stand up against the lions and the tigers, they have identified them. The list is more than 400. They want to clean them off the streets. This is a supersonic information. So that by the time they start doing the clamp down, you will be consoled by the fact that, oh yes, they had invited Tony Kabaka and 9 others. My brother, this is a cosmetic arrangement. Let's not be fooled by that arrangement at all. That arrangement goes nowhere. That arrangement is to deceive our people. Nobody should depend or think about that arrangement as an arrangement that is, that is in the interest of the people. It is not. Edo people, I am appealing to you this morning. I just woke up because last night I spent up till around 2 a.m. last night in a meeting with some people in the security community. Discuss some things with me. As the day go by, I'm going to start giving you some arrangements, what plans they have for each ward and each local government. Because that is the next step they are taking me to. And I feel it a duty, a responsibility to share this security briefing with our people, to know what to expect, to warn our people to right now be very strategic, because more than 400 names of people supporting Governor Obaseki, people who are loud on social media, those who are standing toe-to-toe with the Tony Kabakas, they are clamping down on all of them. And some of these people are the people we are expecting, because the truth of the matter is that the police, the security apparatus of Nigeria, they are going to fail us in this election. And so therefore, we have men too who are going to stand toe-to-toe with those coming from the Oshomoles. And now they want to clean the entire system of all of these people and release the lions and the tigers on us to unleash mayhem. This is exactly what the plan is. And so this charade of releasing a letter that a DSS has invited Tony Kabaka and 9 others, to sort of look like pacify our people, don't fall into that trap. I did ask that question last night, and I was told that, Tony Kabaka is not going anywhere. As a matter of fact, that is just an attempt to try to wave the man, to make it seem like the federal government is out to protect the Edo people. Wallahi, they are not. That is a charade. That is a cosmetic arrangement. That arrangement is to deceive all of us. This is a very supersonic security, information I'm giving. It's super. Just go and find out. That is why I'm asking, let's share this thing, these broadcasts, to high heavens, so that they will see, they will know that right in their ranks, we have people telling us what they are doing. Oshomole has no local standing at this time to meet with president, but he went there to go and say, and came out to say he was discussing security of Edo State. Who are you? Under what office? And all of that. But the truth of the matter is that he's only gone to Abuja to go and take permission from the president of Nigeria to be in control of the Nigerian police and the Nigerian security apparatus. To that they take orders from him on what to do. Oshomole is scared because on the day of election, by the grace of God, the only 2 people with immunity in Edo State will be the governor and the deputy governor. No other person will have the power or the right to move beyond their own polling unit, because such movement will not be allowed. Now, Oshomole wants to be guided by the police to move from INEC office to INEC office, to move anywhere he wishes to go on the day of election, to manipulate the process. Because right now, Oshomole is not a government. Oshomole has no power, no authority to move about. If many of you are not aware, The governor of Edo State is the chief security officer of Edo State. But you know what they're trying to do? They are trying to make him look redundant. I am telling you because I know. They are trying to make, till today as we speak, the people who carried out mayhem at the Oba Palace when the governor visited with PDP leaders visited the palace, they have been reported by the government of Edo State to the police. As we speak, no arrest has been made. None. Rather, the police have turned around to start arresting the governor's people. This same governor, okay, was attacked in Oshomola's village, his convoy. People were identified. They were reported to the police. As we speak, no arrest has been effected. None. But rather, they are chasing the governor's boys. Now, what we are saying, look, I'm making this broadcast for Edo people to be aware of what is coming. It is confirmed, if this election holds as it is, okay, plain, free and fair, if the governor of Edo State gets anything less than 75% of total vote cast, some of us are going to demand INEC for a rerun because there is cheating. If this as popular as the candidacy of the governor of Edo State, if he gets anything less than 75% of the total vote cast today, as we speak, some of us are going to come out on social media and ask INEC for a rerun. There is no way. Everywhere you turn to, I am on ground. I'm even more on ground than some people say they are on ground. Because at the end of the day, I spend money, I spend a lot of things trying to know exactly what is happening. So, by way of popularity, we cannot rely on the confidence of our popularity anymore. Because right now as we speak, Ize Iyamu is no longer campaigning. If he's not campaigning, he's relying on something. What is he relying on? It is exactly what I'm telling you right now. The arms and ammunition that have entered Edo State because of this election, you don't want to know. You don't want to know. You don't want to know. But my people, as they always say, they say no army can stop an idea which time has come. It is time for this entire, political culture and history of Edo State to change. It is time for the entire political culture of Nigeria to change. It is time for a reset button to be applied to the entire political process in Nigeria. And that reset button must start from somewhere. It is starting from Edo State. It is a movement. If we refuse to stand now to do the needful, to defend the rights of the people, then we are going to lose it. So therefore it behoves on us. It behoves on us. No army, no military should stand in the way of this idea. We are going to come in peace. But it is our responsibility to apply passive resistance to get what we want. We are not preaching violence. I am not preaching violence. But I have come out by the grace of God. The international airways is going to be open on 29. Some of us are going to be solidly on ground for the course of this election. Oh yeah, I see the woman. The time for this idea has come. The time for this movement is now. We have seen too much rubbish. Even if people argue, and say, Obaseki is not this, Obaseki is not that. No problem. The people say, the majority of the people say they want this man. If that is the case, give them this man. If the election is held, free and fair, and majority of the people say it is Ize Iyamu who should be their governor, let Ize Iyamu be their governor. But we do not want any external aid to determine who governs Edo State. This is what we're talking about. This is what this whole struggle is about. This is what this whole struggle is about. This is why many of us are staking everything we have. Everything we have for this process. And I've come out this morning to appeal. For those who are joining us, I have come out this morning to appeal to Edo people to stand their ground, to be informed, to know that no policeman, no security person should be trusted on the day of election. Because right now, they want to make all of them look similar. So you won't know who is a policeman, you won't know who is a military man, you won't know who is this, who is that. And the vigilante coming from Lagos, there are more than 1,000 of them that Tinubu is recruiting from Lagos. And what we are going to feel, by then we see them, there will be so many, we think that is a federal might. These people are coming to help aid the rigging process in Edo State. They are coming to help rig the election. And this is what we are talking about, that we refuse, and we must stand our ground to refuse. Now, how do we do this? From the information I already have, it is that they are going to make sure that no result is declared in areas they know they are not going to win. Either they destroy ballot boxes or they snag ballot box and run away. They are going to use force to ensure that the results are not declared in many areas. Now, the risk of this, the attendant consequence of this, is that at the end of the day, INEC will go ahead and cancel results in areas where the governor is popular, where the governor is going to win. Areas around the local government, they are marked for cancellation. Areas around the Oredo, they are marked for cancellation. Areas around the Ikbubaka, they are marked for cancellation, because these are areas that, these areas alone can give the governor the victory. They are marked already for cancellation. Now they are going to leave on one west area, you know, like Ward 10, some of those wards and all of that. At the end of the day, election that more than 2 million people are supposed to vote, this election may be determined by a result of not more than 300,000, with the rest cancelled. Now, this is what the matter really is. Because the matter is difficult for them, because it is difficult to rig out somebody who is this popular. My people, if you are there, share, because as we are talking about the problem, we are trying to look at what the solutions would be. For the electorate, I have often said that when we go and vote on the day of election, on the day of election proper, we should vote and hang around to protect our results, to protect our votes. Now, when we vote, it is imperative, it is important that for those of us who have smartphones, use your smartphone to ensure that you record whatever you can record. Because at the end of the day, we are already looking at the process that eventually we go to the tribunal or go to the court eventually, or to the Supreme Court if case not taken. Because there will be so much anomaly that it is only evidence, okay, very serious evidence, that can eventually declare what is right. For us as supporters of Obaseki, we are not calling for violence, but we are calling for passive resistance. They are going to want to make a way with the ballot box to go and count them elsewhere, because they would have created commotion behind. And some want to see the ballot boxes. It is our duty to stand to resist this. Every ballot box has to be counted in the polling units. And upon counting and declaration of results, I beg, as many of you are having a smartphone, record and send out. Please. Your weapon that day, apart from your resistance, your stand to see that what is right is done, is your smartphone. Record. In fact, be on live videos I am right now. Let us hear a live report of the result of different polling units. What they want right, they right, no problem. But as you hold your phone, tell them you are in a Daken polling unit 502. Record evidence of that polling unit and take your phone up as they read the results. Record. They will intimidate you with guns. But I can assure you that they will not kill everybody. Let us stand. Edo State is our land. I am talking to you right now by the grace of God. On that day, I am going to be on ground. Oja, I see me a woman. We cannot allow this travesty that is being pre-planned, to be carried out in Edo State. We must not allow it. We must not allow it. It is a case. It is a case that's already programmed, arranged from the palace of the Iyamo king, from the palace of Oshomole. Now, Oshomole has given his boys the same camouflage that the police and the military have been instructed to put on. Tinubu has given his vigilantes that are coming from Lagos the same camouflage that the police, the military, and all of these security apparatus are to put on. And the security men, by instruction from the commissioner, are going to be deployed around areas where Ize-Iyamu has strength. And they will ask the touts to take over the areas where the governor has strength. At the end of the day, the whole arrangement is to ensure that the will of the people is subverted. Edo people, are we going to allow that? Are we? No. This election must stand as a turning point in our entire political process. Godfatherism in Nigerian polity is a major problem. For those of you who go to church and you call the devil on a daily basis, forget about the devil. The devil is not doing anything to us. The people who are doing things to us are our people, our godfathers, our brothers, our uncles, our aunties, those who sell out on a daily basis. Those are the real demons and the real devils we have. Don't go to church and pray about anything. Don't. Because at the end of the day, it is sheer waste of time. Sheer waste of time. The real demons are these people that have been subverting the wheel. Somebody who is supposed to tar a road, embezzles the money. That road kills somebody else, kills people. Is that not demonic? And we are looking for an unseen devil when the real devils are with us. I tell you today, my people, the real devils are the Oshomoles in Nigeria, the Buharis, the Gambaris, the Attorney Generals. These are the real demons in our country today. The Tony Kabakas. These are the real demons. So while you are looking at that devil caused this one, now this one caused this one, we are looking at some invisible things. They are with us. They are with us. They are with us. But the beautiful thing about it is that the weapons of our warfare, they are not carnal. They are mighty, true, our Lord, for pulling down every stronghold. It is time. Let's not look at the devil far away. It's not far away. The devil is amongst us already. The devil is resident with us. The higher killers and assassins Oshomole brought to his house, they are still in Benin right now for the sake of election. These are the real demons. These are the real devils. They come to kill, to steal, and to destroy. They want to steal the destiny of the people. They want to subvert their will. Can be more demonic than that. So why are you in church praying against one of saying this thing instead of you to apply the rule of passive resistance? You are in church right now. Some of you are in church right now telling your church members not to go out and vote for election because you feel that the election is going to be risky. You are a demon if you are carrying out such preaching. Instead of you to encourage your members to say, this time has to be different. This time has to be different. This time has to be different. It is not compulsory that Obaseki wins this election. But what is compulsory is that the will of the people counts. If the people say it's Ize-Iyamu, nobody should stop that. Nobody, absolutely nobody, should stop that from happening. If the people say they are voting Obaseki, nobody should stop that. So our business here, irrespective of who we are supporting, is that let the will of the people count. That's all. Check it out. Now, for us to start getting security briefings, an attempt by the federal government, an attempt by the presidency to begin to, to carry into the plans of Shomole to rig this election, that is unacceptable. That is unacceptable. Test your popularity. Go out there and campaign. Let the people decide to vote for you. And if they do, okay, fine and good. If they do not, accept it in good faith. You do not force yourself on the people. You don't. You don't. I want to tell this. Please, my people, if you are there, please help share this broadcast, because the purpose is for this broadcast to go out to everywhere. This is a message to the IG of police. I want to tell you, IG, for all this, your office, the presidency, particularly through Gambari, the chief of staff of the president, then the Attorney General, what you people are doing, I will tell you that posterity will not just pay you, they will pay your children to their 5th generation. What you people are trying to do in those states. If you succeed, whether you succeed or you don't succeed, for hatching these evil plans, posterity will start to judge you people to your 5th generation for what you are causing today. Your families will enjoy it, the benefit of this evil you are trying to perpetuate. Your families will enjoy it to their 5th generation. And those are going to say amen to that. And for anybody on the part of whether Obaseki or on the part of Izeyamu that is trying to compromise this election, anybody at all, in fact, the highest judge is going to judge you people. He's going to judge your generations for every evil you want to perpetuate in Edo State. For Edo people, my loving Edo people Nuzomo, Edo people, lovers of peace and tranquility, Edo people who refuse to be moved, who refuse to be daunted. I encourage you, we are all together in this. Like I said, this time must be different. I know how many people have called me to tell me that for many years they have never been involved in any political process, but this time their interest is propped up. They are part of this process. They want to see that the will of the people counts. They are there in Edo State. They are there in Australia. They are there all over Nigeria. They are there in Europe. They are there in America. They are everywhere all over the world. It shows to us that this time must be different. It must be different. The era wherein, we sit down and say, we not get power. Now the one that they do, that era is over. We must start it now. We must defend this process now with everything we've got. With everything we've got. The era of fear should be over. Let us abolish it. Nobody get too head. All of us are one head we get. Nobody get too head. That is why I am taking everything. I will be in Nigeria, bam! 1st or 2nd week of next month. I will be on ground. I will be on ground. My people are expecting me. My unit is expecting me. My ward is expecting me. I will be there. I will be there, irrespective of anything. Because at the end of the day, we all have a collective stake in our land. In our land, we have a lot to fight for. We have children whose future we need to defend. Since I was born, we have never known any process that instills confidence. We have never known. Even if Obaseki is a demon, if the people decide to vote for Obaseki, let the will of the people be done. The mob is Rome. The people of Edo State must be Edo State. The people of Edo must be Edo. The Americans are the Americans. Edos must be Edos, not godfathers. Not those who sit and want to dictate to us and tell us, to undo and to do and undo. They will just have the leverage to say, we are putting you there, we are removing you. No. Edo people say no to that. No. To quote one of their own servants, capital redetamente. No. That is what this election is about. In a nutshell, my people have come to tell us now that part of the rigging process is to make the security men, police, soldiers, mobile police to go and sew. They've instructed them to go and sew camouflage. Now, we expecting policemen to be in the streets to instill some level of confidence. We're not going to see them. We're going to see people in camouflage. We don't know who's police. We don't know who's this. And of course, many of the Shomole boys are going to call it being camouflage. Many areas where we have strength, where the people of Edo State want to make massive difference. They want to rig out those areas. They want to create commotion in those areas. They want to cause confusion so that INEC will eventually say that the election, is cancelled in many areas and declare results with what they are going to present. My people, there is nothing bad. We have 2-something million people that are registered to vote in Edo State. We must, as a matter of national peace and intellectual security, we must stand our ground and let our vote count. Mothers, fathers, brothers, sisters, uncles, aunties, wherever you are in Edo State, you are an electorate. Don't be perturbed. Let not entertain fear, because fear has always been a major bane to stand our ground in this country. We cannot entertain fear. Or we are saying, when they come in their manafiki way, when they come with whatever way they are going to come, let us hold the line. Let us stand our ground. Let us say we are not going anywhere until what is right is done. We can do it. We can do it. All we need to do is to apply the rule of passive resistance. We are not fighting anybody. We are not. Okay? But we will passively resist anybody that wishes to subvert our will. We don't care. We don't care. That's what I've come out to say, so that we'll be informed. When we are informed, then it is easy for us to be ready. We'll be informed, we'll be ready. We'll be ready. We'll be ready. Nigeria, look at Nigeria today. Some of us live outside of the country. You go to certain circles, you are ashamed to say you are a Nigerian. Because you see what they are doing. You see them. Look at NDDC. Look at NDDC. Now we go church pass. We now go church, now we pray pass. And yet we are the most porous people. We call the devil that we do not see. We are the demons within us, we celebrate them. Look at NDDC. Somebody who has stolen billions from NDDC, even when the country was on lockdown, came out in a public hearing and he fainted on a chair. And the man came out even yesterday and said that he's surprised that people are like wondering that he fainted on a chair. May God punish you and punish your generation in Jesus' name. Evil people, evil. All they want to do is to keep on siphoning our collective patrimony. That's all they need. That's what they want. People in I go to different places. Some of them are being paid 10,000 naira to go out and protest and say their road is not good. Did you protest when Oshomole was there? Did you protest when the other governors who did not do it were there? Did you? That Governor Obaseki is going to tackle all these problems at a go in one go? With what resources? Do you know how much has come into that those states since the last how many years coming? Let us say since 1999, when this dispensation started. Do you know how much has come into those states? Do you know? Have we at any time in our own national history heard any of our governors, any of our local government chairmen, any of our House of Assembly members and National Assembly members hold them accountable for all the ills they have done to our land? Have we? People who have been given the authority to manage our resources, they became like fowls that were given corn to manage. Have we held any of them accountable? Any of them? Look at Oshomole. Oshomole today is being celebrated by some of our young men. This is a real demon in Edo State. A real demon. And you go to church, you go and pray, you go and say you are fighting. The demon should be fighting is Oshomole. Go to church and start praying against Oshomole. Start praying against Samson Osagie. Start praying against all of these people that have subverted our collective patrimony. All this church thing, right now, to be honest with you people, if we don't see with our eyes, it's getting very annoying. Because to every clergyman, the truth is just by your side. You know it. You know it. We mandate our congregation. We go for 21 days fasting and prayer, talking about the devil that we don't see, talking about this and we don't see. Meanwhile, the real demons are with us. The real demons are with us. They are the people we see on a daily basis. They are the people who are trying to subvert our will on a daily basis. It's to show more like not a demon within the context of what we're talking about. Look at Central Hospital. Do you know how many billions Oshiomhole used in that Central Hospital? Oshiomhole brought the president of Nigeria to come and commission Central Hospital with equipment in the hospital. As soon as the president left, they removed the equipment and went to go and sell them. Is that not demonic? Is that not demonic? Have you heard of Oshiomhole accountable? Do you know how many Edo people have died that would have gotten, help from the Central Hospital? Do you know how many? Do you know how many of our roads? Look at the Benin Wari Road. See, the time of Oshiomhole coming, how many people have died on that road? Do you know? I watched a video in recent time that, and then he said he was talking to some people that he was able to get federal government to approve, more than 10 million naira, to do a certain road in Esaland. And all that the Oshiomhole needed to have done as a governor was to release 300,000 naira or so. They got a 10 billion this thing from a federal government. Oshiomhole also released very small amount of money from the state to complete the project. Oshiomhole refused. He refused. The real demons, in fact, churches, prayers should be well directed. Let's not look at what is not there. Let's not look at, because the demons we are fighting in our churches, they are not where we are looking at. Or maybe we are pretending to look at where the demons are not. The demons are with us. They are with us. Today, statistically, somebody has proven that every death, in every 10 deaths that occur in Nigeria today, none of them is the responsibility of what government has not done right. And who are the government? People, our brothers, our uncles, our friends. They are the people in government. They are the people siphoning all these monies. Some of them will die and leave the monies they stashed abroad, and the money will get lost in the account in foreign land. These are the real demons. Abba Kyari, he died the other day. He was not going to live forever. Do you know how many billions left stashed away that Nigerian government will never recover? Money is made to fix the land. Look at Buhari, anti-corruption matter. Look at him. The most corrupt administration we ever saw in our life is the Buhari's administration. Then we are looking for demons everywhere when the demons are actually within us. Look, man, I am not trying to cast any aspersion, but we have to start getting things right in our country. Some of us live in lands where things are working, where there are fewer churches. People don't even go to church anyway. They believe on what they can do with their hands, what they can do with their brains. While all our own subject go to church. And while we are in that church, I saw a pastor preaching and telling his members not to come out on election day. For that. To be honest, without due respect, even God did not give such instruction. Asking his people not to go and do their civic responsibility. You stood and you are telling your congregation not to go out on election day so that they can be safe. And we are wallowing. We were wallowing seriously in danger created by people like you and I. And you are telling your members not to go and exercise their franchise. You are a stupid man. God forgive me. Without due respect to respectable people who are watching me right now. How can you say you are a man of God and you are giving such an instruction? You are not seeing beyond your nose. The Bible says the children of Issachar, they knew the time and they knew what Israel ought to do. We should know what we ought to do at this time. And for those who are directing their prayers, calling on devil, calling on demon, forget it. The demons are with us. He said they come but to steal, to kill, and to destroy. And that's exactly what these men are doing. They siphon the money meant for roads. The road kill people. That is the result of that. That is the result of that. That is the result of that. Money meant to build hospitals, they siphon those monies. People go to hospital during COVID, we don't even have ventilators. We don't even have up to I'm not sure we even have to 50 ventilators in the whole of Edo State. A land that is running close to 5 to 6 million people. We don't even have up to 50 or 100 ventilators in the cause of COVID-19. Thank God say the COVID-19 is not spread as it spread for Europe and America. Only God don't make people remain. We are not prepared. We are not. Some people even use the COVID-19, people in government, to start siphoning money belonging to the people. All the donations made to federal government, 1 billion, 8 billion from international government, where are all the monies? Where are they? In private pockets. In private pockets. We have no policies adapted to our own situation, even in terms of COVID. All we just do is, America is opening up, or they are locking down. Okay, minister, go and lock down. We lock down. We are not adapting the situation to our own needs, our own peculiar situation. We are just copy. That's what we are doing as a nation. That's what we are doing. And we are very inept leaders. Inept. People, all they believe, all they know is how to steal. How to steal the commonwealth of the people. Nobody has integrity at all amongst them. Now we see one man with a semblance of integrity. A man. Look at the modular refinery in Edo State. Oshomole was the person. So now that's Oshomole that modular refinery started. And I'm going to tell you people a secret. That modular refinery, that we are talking about right now. Not the modular refinery, the Azura power plant. Azura power plant started under Oshomole. Do you know that Azura started in Edo State? Edo State had no stake in it. It is this government that has come now to negotiate 5% of power supply from Azura to Edo State. They talk about MOU. But this government has been able to call the federal government to the table and say, man, let us renegotiate this Azura matter. We are looking at the state that within the next 1 to 2 years, we have stable electricity, uninterrupted. First of its kind in Nigeria. Stable. Today, less than 4 years, Edo State is the state right now with the least unemployment index in Nigeria. From 25% to 19%. Not be the talker. Go and check the statistics in Nigeria. Under the administration of Godwin Obaseki. Now we want to joke about. Osiomo Power Plant is already guaranteeing 24-hour electric supply to government offices, to small scale business and all of that. Do you know what that is going to be? That's going to turn our economy around. The modular refinery is 80% complete. When that job is done, believe me, the entire remaining workforce in Edo State that is unemployed will have space to work. That modular refinery will be refining more than 1,000 barrels daily for Edo. Edo are going to be working there, not foreigners. Work has started already. In a area, what's it called? Gelegele. The road from Ekenwa down to Gelegele is under massive construction because goods are going to be coming from Gelegele. All of these things have been done by memorandum of understanding, and the works are going on right now as we speak. In the next 4 years, Edo State will be on a different page. We have seen it. That's why we are fighting. Some of us may not be may not be in Edo State to enjoy these things, but we'll be glad to travel to our state and be happy that our state is setting the pace for Nigeria. Is that what we want to throw away? There's some people you say this one. Look. What PR is going to do, I do not know. But my grasp is that Bible says, show me your friends and I will show you who you are. The people surrounding this man, they are people that we have tested, that we know. They are people who have taken straw to suck our collective will. They are people who have destroyed our land before. Is it Agbeo, Tony Kabaka and his people, right in the market square, beating up women, collecting money in the name of this and that levies every day, making life difficult for the average, for the common man? He's coming again. As a matter of fact, he's even saying that he doesn't want to be Agbeo anymore. He wants to become Commissioner of Finance. Tony Kabaka wants to become Commissioner of Finance under Isaiah Yamu. Then you ask me to hold my hands like this. When my friends, good graduates for many years, many of them have taken solace by becoming taxi drivers, by becoming what's it called, Okada riders, by becoming keke na pep riders. not able to contribute their intellectualism to the development of states. Some of them have even become CDAs. Until recently, when the government of Edo State outlawed all of these characters. My people, the stakes are too high. This election, the stakes are too high. We cannot afford to stand aloof. We must stand for something. That is why I was very particular about religious leaders. Religious leaders, we need you to take a stand and not to chase shadows in midst of, threats here and there. My people, majorly, what I came out to tell us is the security briefing. That instruction from Abuja has asked all policemen, all soldiers, all military men, for the sake of election, to go and sow camouflage. The same instruction has been carried out with the touts that Tinubu is bringing from Lagos. Has been carried out, with the tout already in Benin under Oshomole, already in Edo State. And the whole idea is that they want to mix the good, the bad, and the ugly together to further subvert the will. And again, more than 400 names of people, on social media, those standing their ground to say, man, this election, the result must come. More than 450 names supporting the governor of Edo State have been penciled down. They are going to clamp down on them from the 1st of September. They want to ensure that they get them off, the system before election, because these are people who have the capacity to resist whatever evil that Oshomole is going to come up with. Now they want to clamp down on them. Now that is why you see the paper flying that the DSS has invited Tony Kabaka and 9 others. Forget about that paper. That paper is a charade. That paper is a false impression to make you feel that they are already working. They are not doing anything at all. It's a plan to divert our attention. By the time they start clamping down on the people of Obaseki, you know, okay, they first clamp down on Tony Kabaka and his people. Man, that one is a distracting. It's a distraction mechanism. Don't fall for it. Don't fall for it. My people, don't fall for it. I beg you, as you watch this broadcast, ensure you share it. We want them to know that we already know their antics. We want them to know. We want every educator to know this is what we are expecting. On the day of election, you are not going to see any policeman. You are going to see people in camouflage. You won't know who is who. But nobody should be trusted, because these people are evil people. They have become like seeds. Wheat sow among seeds. And all we have to do is to apply passive resistance. They are going to chase you with their guns. They are going to chase you with their baton. They are going to chase you with their tear gas, because they want to remove the ballot box. They are going to cause confusion to give them excuse to remove ballot box. My people, let us be orderly, law-abiding. Let us stand our ground. No ballot box should be allowed to be removed until it is counted. And as they are counting, your smartphone, record, stream online. At the end of the day, we'll gather all of them to know exactly what the truth is. Because if Obaseki does not win this election by at least 75% of total vote cast, some of us will call INEC and ask for a rerun. Because from what we see on ground, the only man campaigning right now in Edo State is Governor Godwin Obaseki. PY is not campaigning. He has gone through some local government, and that's it. He's not campaigning. You understand? A man running for the governorship of his state, as competitive as this is not campaigning. What do you think he's relying on? Look, my friends, those of you who are supporting APC, I don't have any problem with you people. You have a right to your this thing, but you equally have your head to think. You have your head to think as well. You have your head to discern, to understand what is probably happening. I am not trying to appeal to you in any way, but look, the narrative has to change. Whether you are APC or you are PDP, we must collectively change the narrative. I know APC friends of mine who have said they remain members of APC, but they are going to vote Godwin Obaseki because they want some good change to take place. So it's not a question of, the party or this. It's a question of, a movement to reposition our state. If we get it right in Edo State, believe me, we're going to get it right in the next election. And when that happens, Delta is going to start getting it right. Ondo is going to start getting it right. Uyo, everybody's going to start getting it right. But this getting it right has to start from somewhere. Nigeria today is in a state of topsy-turvy. Nigeria today is, as a matter of fact, can't be, described as a failed state without apologies. Nigeria can be described as a failed state because you cannot have a state where part of the state is already ceded involuntarily to terrorists. And yet, you who is in control, you who is the commander-in-chief of the armed forces, you cannot protect lives and property. Terrorists, small, homegrown terrorists, will move from village to village, kill people in their hundreds, and yet no protection. Why did they vote you? Any government that has no capacity to protect lives and property has no business being a government. And that is what I said to Buhari. Buhari has no business today being president of Nigeria. He ought to have resigned honorably and leave Nigeria in the hands of those that can give us good leadership. What we have for Buhari is his interest to rig elections for his own party. That's all he knows. Courtism, and more courtism. That's all the presidency knows. Nothing more. How to protect life. Look at the pound sterling is already exchanged for almost 600 naira. Where are we going to as a nation? The other day we were laughing at Zimbabwe. Nigeria is fast going to that place where our money is becoming one of the most worthless in Africa. I remember back in the day, not too long ago, probably 20 years ago, when I was still back in Nigeria. One Nigerian naira was exchanging for 15 cedis, Ghana cedis. One Nigerian naira. You will carry 1,000 naira of Nigerian money, you go to Ghana, you are a big man. Today, 1 naira is exchanging for more than 100 cedis. One Ghana cedi is exchanging for more than the last I checked, about 75 naira. 1 Ghana cedi. This was cedi which was like 50, 20 cedis to 1 naira. It's now 1 cedi to almost 100 naira. And all of this change is happening in this administration within the last 4 to 5 years. Is it not a shame? Is it not a shame? Is that not frightening? Are we not seeing more need not to stand aloof, to take the bull by the horn? Are we not seeing more need to stand up and say no to all these vultures that are mesmerizing with our collective destinies? I'm a Christian. My people, when they go to church, pastors, brothers and my sisters, the devil is no longer where we are looking at in the darkness. No, the devil is among us. We must know this. The Bible said they came to steal, to kill, and to destroy. What are they doing, APC? What is the president doing? What are they doing at the NDDC? They are stealing, and they are stealing leading to destruction because what the money is meant for is not being used for it. And the destruction is killing Edo people, it's killing Nigerians. And that's what we are saying. We want to resist. We want to resist. This is not about Obaseki. It transcends Obaseki. This is more about all of us in Edo State. It's more about Edo land. It's more about the integrity, the future of Edo land. We must take a stand. We must. We must. We must. We must. My people, I want to thank you all for being with us. Strength is failing me, to be honest. I'm concerned, I'm worried, I'm afraid, but I will be on ground. Many of us are going to be on ground, from Europe and America. And by the grace of God, we are coming on ground because we know that the right thing is to be done. And so therefore, I'm calling on you, let's be on ground appropriately. So at the end of the day, let us celebrate by September 20th. Irrespective of whoever wins, but let's be satisfied that the will of the people counted for something, at least for once. That's what we want for Edo State. May God bless you all as you hold the fort and you stand your ground. Please share this broadcast, and by the grace of God, I'll come your way again when I have something very important. And don't forget, tonight, we are going to be hosting the governor of Edo State again, in the series, the Zoom series we'll be having, every Saturday since the last more than a month coming. We're going to be hosting the governor again. So if you have a chance, go to my wall, you get the link there. Join us if you want to join us on Zoom. But if you don't want to join us right in the Zoom room, you can just stay, I will stream live the program. Some of my friends are going to be, hosting the governor. All of us are going to be at the background. You understand what I'm saying? To, of course, present the governor to the people of Edo State. So, people, I want to thank you for those who are standing with Governor Obaseki, for those who are standing with Edo State. Please, let's stand firm. They are going to entice you with money. They are going to do everything to push you against your conviction. Stand firm. Stand firm. It is good. It pays to stand firm. You understand what I'm saying? Thank you very much. Information is power. Knowledge is power. All I came to do this morning is to share some knowledge so that we can be empowered and understand what is to come and stand against it, and stand against that which does not support our collective will. Our collective will is that our vote counts. Our vote must count this time. This time has to be different. That is what I stand for. That's what many people stand for. We cannot afford to play the other way around. We cannot afford to stand aloof. We cannot afford to chicken out. For those pastors who are preaching and asking their members to stay at home and not to come out, please don't listen to them. You have your will. You have your own choice to make in this election. We combine our choices. Make it one. And that one will be that our will stand. The will of the people will count for something in this election. And that's what it's about. That at the end of the day, the evil people, a lot of them will be retired from this process. They will be retired. They will be made redundant and irrelevant going forward. And that will bode well for Edo State. Trust me, believe me, the indices we see from the admission of Governor Obaseki, the indices are so clear. Where they are going, we know. You understand what I'm saying now? We can see, we can tell. Everybody's testifying. You understand? Forget about the lies they are telling. Everywhere the governor is going, is commissioning one project or the other. You understand what I'm saying now? In the campaign. I mean, look, we have seen this man. I appeal. Let's start with this man. For the next 4 years, and let us see how our country is going to transform. We have never had it so good, not in the last 30 years, I can assure you. We have never had it so good. What we have right now is something that is worth protecting, worth guiding. So my people, thank you very much. I still am Comrade Igbohoso Alamte Oriakhi. If you are there, you are joining me, please follow my page, like my page, the Comrade Show, so that whenever we're coming up with something like this, information, we're going to come with information before election. Anytime we get it, we're going to break it out here. So that we can be in well positioned. Like the page, follow the page, so you can be the first to know when we are, having a broadcast like this. Thank you very much, man. May God bless you. As you are there, if this is my responsibility to come share this information, please, you make it a responsibility to share, with your friends. Share among the people you know, so that the information can actually go around. And that's all we're standing for. Thank you very much. God bless you for taking your time to stand with me. May God bless Edo State. We shall succeed. To make the will of the people count is a task that must be done. I am ready, and I'm sure you will be ready. God bless. Signing off.
Now when you don't hear everything we don't explain for this video, let us know what you think for comment section. And also, before you go, help us share this video to friends and family. Make them for hear this message. If they get anything to take from this message, make them for take them. So make I leave you now. Make you help us share the video. Thank you for watching Dan ARG YouTube.